Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Duck Chatter. On this week's episode, I take a little road trip up to Searcy to visit Freddy King, owner and operator of the Retriever Trainer. Anyway, I stayed with him a few hours, filmed a few things. Today's episode is going to be on basic dog training tools that you need just to start or even to finish up a dog. Anyway, also, I have a special thing today. I have a Drake Swamp Soul backpack in Bottomland and also a Drake waterfowl gun case we're going to be giving away. All you have to do is watch the video. Somewhere in the video I'm going to hide a code, or should I say a hashtag code, that you're going to be asked to share in the comments. So basically you got to comment. If you watch it on Facebook, just comment on there, YouTube, or Instagram. Any one of those, just comment whatever the hashtag is in there to enter for the chance to win the Swamp Soul backpack and the gun case. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into Freddie going over the basic tools that you need for dog training. Thank you.
Listen, I'm going to talk to you about what I consider the basic training tools and give a little bit of description of what each one does. Of course, we've got our pup 7, 8 weeks old, brand new and stuff. The first thing we're going to do is let that pup run around. But after a little while, that pup's going to kind of start getting to where he wants to roam out on his own. Hopefully, if we've done proper introduction to new environments and tons of socialization, our pup should feel free about roaming out and getting out. And that's when our 30-foot lead comes in handy. That's an essential training tool to me. I will put this on a pup around the 9 to 10 weeks old period, and I start teaching them that we have a connection. As pup gets more and more used to that, and then on, let's say we're doing short walks around the park or the farm or something like that, I will graduate to a 6-foot lead, teach them that connection even closer. And we're just slowly progressing. Now, as our pup gets a little bit older, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, it's extremely important. I love a choke chain. It's simple to use. You just drop it through the loop, slip it around there, hook it, and anytime the pup is tugging against it, they're correcting themselves. I'll use that with the 6-foot lead. They're starting to get tighter and tighter and tighter. As our pup gets on up there, let's say to the 5-month mark and stuff, I'm graduating to a small prong style collar. It works great. Clip it around their neck, size it, clip it on them, and they really start learning those corrections. What this does right here is it starts introducing, or not introducing, but starts kind of, let's say, getting them ready for e-collar. Around the 6 months, once we start formal obedience, that sort of thing, we're going to move to e-collar. We're going to, that's going to be another essential tool. But all of these tools graduate in performance. 4 months old, dog's out in the kennel. I'm not scared to put a sport dog SBCR dash bark collar on one. They learn instantly with me watching and overseeing how the pup's reacting to the stimulation set on the lowest levels. They learn exactly what that e-collar stimulation is about, and they learn to be quiet. Now, all of these, like I said, are essential tools. All of them have a place in training for me, and they're really not that expensive as you go along if you buy them. From the healing stick to the e-collar to your bumpers to your feathered bumpers, all these things are crucial in what I consider training a strong 4-legged hunting buddy. Now, like I said, the prong collars, they're going to help your pup transition to the e-collar. This one right here is the largest for a lot larger dogs. A lot of dogs I get in are 6, 7, 8 months old, and they're already 40, 45-pound dogs, and they're going to need a lot larger collar. Your pup will probably graduate from this one to this one within about 2.5 to 3 months. That's just all there is to it. But you will find this extremely valuable on those short walks, teaching your pup. You don't ever jerk on it. You're just kind of just letting them walk, and they will more or less correct themselves. Now, bumpers, I love the sport dog softer bumpers. All of them get hard when it's cold. The cloth bumpers, I love the cloth bumpers. I like bumpers that's got a lot of look to them. So when you're out there throwing 300-yard marks, they can see that. But my favorite is taking a sport dog jumbo or a 3-inch bumper and using, hopefully we've killed enough ducks past duck season to cover that with zip ties, with feathers, and by golly, these last all year long. Our training season long, we'll use them, and they last better than ducks. They don't get as nasty. You can throw a ton of them in water retrieves. Your ducks go to crap real quick. This right here makes sure that you've got something floating high on the water and those puppies can see it. The 3-inch bumpers right here, I love these for blinds. I love using them for smaller dogs that have a hard time grabbing these as we're graduating, but of course they're going to eventually have to graduate to those, but they can grab these a lot easier. The orange ones, 99% of the dogs are pretty doggone colorblind. There's a little bit of talk amongst people that some dogs can see colors a little bit better. I believe that. So anytime you're throwing puppies, you want to throw white bumpers, something they can see easy, something they can find, something you can build that confidence, something that is 100% going to make them, well, where they're successful 100% of the time. That's what we're looking for. White bumpers help that. They can always see those. And I'll use, like I said, I'll use orange bumpers on blinds, those sorts of things. But each one of these bumper styles I graduate from, and then I come back to. I'll even my advanced dogs, they'll see this bumper on really, really long, dark backgrounds versus this one right here. As you can see, one of them they can see. A dog can't mark unless he can see. So I see a lot of people throwing birds at 400 yards and they just barely catch something. That's fine if you're running a hunt test or a field trial or something like that, but for you to be able to tell if that pup is actually marking, you got to throw something that they can see. That's all there is to it. So what's the difference between taking a duck and throwing a 3-foot white streamer on it than just go ahead and throwing this right here? Trust me, they can see it. They're going to love it just as much, in my opinion. But each one of these tools, as we graduate from the sport dog collar all the way down to the pinch collar and the leads and the choke change, have a part in training. My favorite, along with all of this, is a heeling stick. You're not ever hitting. I use this as a guide. That's all we're doing. I'm just using it as a guide when I'm working on heel work, and then just light taps on the rear end to reinforce that sit. Pinch collar up, sit. Just a little tight, light tap. This right here, I think, is one of the most underused tools that you can have. The thing about it is, all of these are tools. All of these they don't work without you using them correctly. So do your research, get with the program, and learn the specifics of each one of these so that when you go to the duck season, your pup understands his job.
Well, thank you for watching this week's episode of Duck Chatter. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And also, good luck to all the people who enter for the Drake Swamp Soul backpack and gun case. Good luck to you. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.